Jillo there, H3T, hold on. Sorry. Jillo there, H3T, it's Boo that dang on time. Shout out to dang on Zaxby's. I'm not endorsed, but gosh dang it, I should be. As much money as I give you people, but that's neither here nor there. Y'all, welcome to another edition of My Knicks. This is the final My Knicks of the 2015 and 16 season. Now, with the exception of the games I've been going to, I've been noticeably absent off my dang on New York Knicks coverage. It's because if you remember my last video, we lost a game. I can't remember which game it was, but I was so irritated and I was so done that I on camera gave up on the Knicks for the season. Now, what that means specifically, let me just define that. It's not that I stopped being a fan, because as you guys know, I've been to a few games. I'm talking about them on Twitter and all that stuff. So I'm no longer a fan. I just stopped covering them because I was saying the same thing every week and it was getting repetitive. Like I was getting on camera saying, "Welcome to another edition of the Knicks Tape Weekly Wrap Up. This week the Knicks didn't play any defense." You know, it was starting to get repetitive. I just kept on saying, "We lost another game. We lost another game. We lost another game. We lost another game." And even after kicking out Fisher, it just didn't seem to make any sense. So instead of doing, gosh, what's wrong with me? So instead of doing a review of the entire season, because that would just be extremely negative, let's talk about what we have to look forward to going into next season. Now, I just watched the only two exit interviews that matter, Carmelo and Phil Jackson. Let's keep it a thowie. We don't care what Arron Afflalo has to say because he's out the door as we speak, but that's neither here nor there. Let's look just big picture for a second. The team we have is not that bad. I consistently and continuously have been saying since the season started, it's a coaching problem. You can't have a team that goes out there and one night looks unbeatable, then the next night they're getting blown out and they just look like a hopeless cause. I mean, we're talking about quarter to quarter, they're not even the same team. First half, it's garbage. It's just terrible. It's garbage. I don't know what's going on. Second half, they come out and they're playing catch up, but then they don't know how to close. And, I mean, it's not like they were playing mustard. No? See, ketchup, mustard? Okay. But, yeah, they just weren't very consistent the entire season. So, I look at that as coaching. It's not like we couldn't hit a shot. I mean, there's obviously times where the offense was a little dry, but, I mean, Carmelo was occasionally hitting his shots. He was more consistent towards the end of the season than the beginning because he was good in the preseason. I don't know what happened at the start of the season. Then he got hurt. But towards the end of the season, he was on point like a pencil. KP fell off offensively after the All-Star break, but he's a rookie, and he came through on every other aspect of playing. I mean, his defense is incredible. He was even racking up a few assists, so we'll leave KP alone. So it's not like people couldn't score. You know, Kyle O'Quinn's got a pretty decent jump shot. Serafin's got a cool jump shot. Freaking Williams! We was looking at Afflalo. Freaking Williams! Y'all better re-sign that man, gosh dang it. Even Calderon was showing up, which, no offense, Calderon, but you need to go. Y'all see Grant? You feel me? It's time for Calderon to leave and take Tony Broken Leg Roden with you. I don't know why we signed that man, but that's neither here nor there. He's talking all sorts of foolishness. I'm gonna be the starting point guard. Yeah, freaking right, but that's neither here nor there. We got Vucevic, we got Lopez, who is an offensive threat. How about that? We got I'm not really sold on Lance Thomas. I mean, I know he got hurt and everything, but I wouldn't cry if we traded him. He's good, but I wouldn't cry if we traded him. Not saying I want him to leave, but, you know, if someone's got to go. We got, I don't understand why Clay Anthony Early is still on the team. I know he went through a lot with the knee thing. You know, he got shot. Well, first he injured it. Then he got shot in the knee. Then he tried to come back from that within the same season. So I know he's going through stuff, but you hear him doing all this great stuff in the D-League. I don't see that in games. I'm sorry. And don't try to say, oh, he doesn't get playing time. He had a chance to really show up, and he didn't towards the end of the season. So, I mean, we've got a good core. There's a few pieces that could be changed, like an Arron Afflalo, get him out, and there's Clay Anthony early, but other than that, the team seems fine. It just seems like a matter of coaching. We need someone who gives a crap about teaching a team defense because, yeah, we got some blocks, but it didn't translate into anything. They're playing the no Walt Clyde Frazier, who I met, but that's another story for another day. But doing the Matador defense, you feel me? The Swiss cheese defense. People just literally, we got point guards like Isaiah Thomas, not much taller than me, I might add. And I'm like 5'7" with shoes on. Dude just running down the court, running through a bunch of 7-footers, just laying it up like it's nothing. I don't... Where's the D? We need someone who plays defense. No, someone who's going to coach and then stress the importance of defense before the offense. The triangle is always going to be there. Keep the same core you have, because if we get new people, then we have to train them under the triangle, and that's just a bunch of foolish... We don't need to go through that again. We got a good team. We just need a coach who gives a crap about defense. I say Tom Thibodeau. I mean, Scott Brooks maybe, that guy Luke Walton or whatever he is from the Warriors. That's fine. I preferably want Tom Thibodeau because he's so aggressive on defense, but Phil Jackson wants someone that he knows. Rick Fox, woo! I mean, it's just not looking too good. I mean, I'd settle for Mark Jackson. You saw what he did with the Warriors. Like, I'd settle for that. But that's something else I want to touch on for a quick second. And this is a very random video. My bad. It's been a while since I made a legitimate Knicks video, so we got a lot to catch up on. But Phil Jackson, a lot of people are getting frustrated with him, myself included, because when Phil addresses the media, when he rarely does, he's not really answering questions. He kind of says general statements, but doesn't really give us anything. Like when we ask a simple question like, Phil, are we going to get better? He says, well, I don't know. That depends on if the players and the coaches staff... Can you lie? Can you lie and say it's going to be okay? You know what I mean? He doesn't do a good job ensuring the public that we're going to be okay. I mean, freaking Mike Woodson told us more about what's going on behind the scenes than Phil. And I know Phil's not the coach, but the way he carries himself, he might as well be the coach. And if I haven't already said it, get Kurt Rambis out of there. Get that man out of that. I appreciate what you did taking over for Derek, because anything is better than Derek Fisher. But you're not doing the best job either. And his track record with the Timberwolves kind of echoes that. But that's neither here nor there. Rest in peace, Flip Saunders. I think that's his name. My bad if I got it wrong. But, yeah, we need a new coach. I don't really think we need to make that many trades. And one more thing I will say, because it's kind of a hot topic or whatever. No pop culture store. No? Hot topic. Okay. But it's kind of a hot topic issue. Should we trade Carmelo? Let me just start by saying Carmelo has a no-trade clause if you don't know that. If you're watching this video, you probably know that. Carmelo has a no-trade clause. And what that means, if you don't know what that means, is he doesn't leave unless he says he wants to go. So even if Phil Jackson just gets sick of him and says, you know what, you freaking ball hog, get out. We can't do that, because according to the 5-year contract he has, for $120-something million, gosh, but it has to be Carmelo saying, I want to leave, and then he can leave. Like, he can opt out at any time, but we can't trade him. I think we can fire him, but we don't really get anything out of that, so that's not going to happen. Do I think he should go? Carmelo Anthony is my favorite player, so I don't want to see him go. Is it best for the team? Probably. I say give him another year. Me personally, Carmelo just got healthy. I mean, he's been hurt since the Pacer series, now 3 years ago, which is making me feel old and depressed at the same time. So Carmelo just got healthy again. He just came off of a pretty decent season. Dude is not that consistent with his jump shot nowadays, but I mean, yeah, he can't jump. He ain't got no hops. But, I mean, he played a good game. He led the team in points, assists, and rebounds. That's pretty cool. Says a lot for who we had as our point guard, that Carmelo led the team in assists with only averaging 4 rebounds. But, I mean, 4 assists, but that's not here nor there. So, do I think he should go? Not yet. Not yet. I think if things don't look better next year and we get another coach, there's only one person left we can kind of point the finger at, and that's Carmelo. But I think you got to give him at least one more year. Again, he's my favorite player, so there's a little bit of bias, but I think you give him one more year, and if we still suck under a new coach, that's a good coach, mind you. That's a good coach. We've cycled a bunch of different players at this point. If we still suck next year, go. Get the jive out. Get the jive out. Go join LeBron. But I think he deserves at least one more. Give him one more season, y'all. Give him one more. Like, comment, subscribe, H3T. What do you think about this year's season? Sad to say, the season's over. Playoffs are starting. I don't know if I'm going to make a separate video about playoff predictions. I think I will. I think I'm going to make a separate video for playoff predictions, so I'll do that right now. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, H3T. What do you think about the next season? Leave your thoughts down below. Is there hope for tomorrow? Little Orphan Annie. Will the sun come out for us? I don't know. Pause. See y'all later.